K87QKU, K9PQ.
K9PQ, KD7QKU.
Hey Ron, I'm afraid I'm just dead on my feet today. I'm not going to be able to be on the net tonight. I was kind of just getting myself set up to do it, and I'm out of energy. So I'm afraid I'm out for tonight. But you guys have a good net, and I expect to be here Saturday. So we'll see you then. This is K9PQ.
Okay, that'll be next Saturday. Hey, you know, I have a question. Lee and I was talking the other night on Skype, and we used to be, you know, on Sunday night instead of Saturday night. If we were on Sunday night, would it make it better for you?
I think so. I mean, I remember when we were first talking about it, and back then, it seemed like I would never really had anything going on Saturday night, and that seems to have changed. So, yeah, I think Sunday night would be better.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can call Rich. I don't have the latest repeater book, you know, that you get out there at the Puyallup. I have one from 2015. Doesn't show anything else on Sunday night on the 08 repeater, but we need to talk to him, I guess. So we can discuss that, I guess, at the meeting. Okay. K9PQ, KD7QKU.
Okay. So long on K9PQ.
This is WW7ATS.
Connected, WU7N.
WU7N, KD7QKU.
KD7QKU, this is WU7N. We just got in on the very, very last part of that conversation. Were you talking about changing the net from Saturday to Sunday night?
Well, yes, I'd asked Bob if he thought he would be available more often, because I know he does some things on Saturday night, and so does Lee. And I and Lee had talked on Skype, I think, last time. A long time ago, we were on Sundays and Wednesdays, and somehow we got changed to Saturday. And Saturday's not a good night for most people, because they either go to dinner with their wives if they work, or they go out, you know, to a movie, or they do something. So Sunday would almost be better, I think. So one of us needs to check with Rich at the 08 repeaters and see if it's busy on Sunday night, you know, 8 to 9. And then we could discuss it at the meeting. That's kind of what I was talking about. W7N, KD7QKU.
Well, I can tell you 8 to 9 for the repeater that we're talking about right now is taken Sunday. It's the Aries Races net, starts at 8 p.m. Back to you.
You know that for a fact? You're sure of that, or you're just, that's speculation?
Well, it could be that I'm just talking with the imaginary voices in my head again. You know how that is with the medication and all. But at 8 p.m. Sunday night, I'm on that net reporting for the W Emergency Communication Support Team.
Okay. Well, I have a 2015, booklet that I can't say what I want to say. Anyway, that you pick up, down there at Puyallup. That's what can I say? Anyway, and it lists all the repeaters and the nets and everything. And on Sunday, it does not list that in 2015. But if you're there, I guess you know. So I guess if we were on Sunday night, we'd have to choose a different time. Thanks, James. KD7QKU.
Yeah, Ron, if we're talking the 147080 CTAC repeater on 2 meters. Yeah, that definitely is in use starting at 8 p.m. sharp for that Aries Races net. But I, gosh, 2015, time just flies by here. It's 2019 now. I've been reporting on that net for some time now, but I can't honestly tell you when the first time I ever did it was. By the way, your picture looks super sharp tonight. I'm receiving only on video. Is it just you and I tonight? Bob came and went?
Bob, yeah, he reported that he wasn't feeling up to it, so he's not on tonight. And I do have Lee. I haven't heard anyone else. I wasn't on Saturday. I don't know if anyone was on Saturday. I think we were kind of all gone. So I don't know. Is there anyone else out there listening?
Me and Gary.
So it sounds like Jim, M7QO, and Gary, 8K7HYB. Well, it looks like it's past time. There's Gary. He's got his picture on. So why don't you go ahead, Gary, I guess, and tell us something.
I frankly don't know what to tell you. Good evening, everybody. K7HYB. And, let's see. Do a little switching here. Huh. That's odd. Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay. I gotta get some lights rearranged here. I'm still getting blocked out. Yeah, well. Oh well. I'm not doing a very good job here. But, let me drop it here. Yeah, I thought I'd check in. Hey, I had a quick question for you, James. You're using Skype a lot, or not Skype, but Echolink a lot. Are you having trouble with your radios or something?
Answering Gary's question, this is WW7ATS in the group. I found that with my current antenna situation, I could not hit the Tiger Mountain. I don't know if they ever fixed the preamp on that or not, but I can hit the Tiger Mountain repeater if I walk out in the middle of my street with a handheld, but I can't get it from inside my house with the antenna that's hanging in the window. So yeah, I've been using Echolink. Also, I'm receiving video signals. I can see you there, but I'm not transmitting a video signal tonight. WW7ATS.
Okay, I was just kind of curious. Well, I think they've got, I don't know about Tiger. I haven't heard any updates, but I think Cougar Mountain's back operating again, too. So, whatever. Boy, the fish are really washed out tonight for some reason or another. I don't know why. Man, get the lights adjusted properly here. And, let's go to the other camera. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. That's a little better, but not much. Now you got the mug shot. But, oh, wow. Things are coming along pretty good. Well, I'm still working on getting a streamer, but that hasn't come around yet. So I had a busy day today. A couple of customer calls and talking to a fellow about going to getting rid of my DirecTV system and my landline here and going to a cable system. Spent about an hour discussing that with him. Save myself a little money too. month for what I'm currently paying. So anyway, I'm kicking that idea around and changed my outgo a little bit and changed my entertainment package here a little bit too. So anyway, I will give it back to you, Ron. You go ahead and take it. K72KU in the group, K7HYB.
Okay, Jim, N7QO, are you out there?
N7QO, yes, thank you, Ron. Let's see. We used to meet, it seems to me it was Thursdays and Sundays, and it seems to me we changed both of those days because of some other net, and it does seem like one of them was an Aries net, but that was a long time ago that we changed, so I don't know the current status. Jim obviously is talking on Sundays. Don't know what else to say about that. Let's see. The streaming seems to be working better. Okay, not for me, but it seems to be working better for some people. Anyway, I know that Rob and Rich were working on that last week, and why can't I see myself on the stream? I see myself on the 1.2, but I don't know. So maybe when Lee gets on, he can report what he can see from PA up there. I forgot what else we were talking about here. Back to you, Ron, N7QO.
Okay, N7QO on the group, KD72KU. Yeah, once upon a time we were on different nights. You could be right about Thursday. I'd forgotten about Thursday night. Maybe we were Sundays and Thursdays. But James said that Sunday 8 to 9 is occupied, so we sure couldn't do it then. We'd either have to do it after that or before that if we wanted to switch to Sunday night, I guess. So I don't know. We can think about it. And then maybe at the meeting on Saturday, whatever will be the 2nd of February or something, we can talk about it. Bob said he would, going to host the meeting all right, but he just wasn't up to being on tonight. So let's see, I was telling Lee I bought a new fish finder today, or I bought it about a week ago when I got it today. It's got a GPS in it, so you can track your speed and everything, and of course water temperature. And it came with a pamphlet. It had 7 languages, but it didn't have English. So it did have a little bitty piece of paper that told a few things about it. So I guess I can figure it out or go online and download the manual. But it would have been nice if it had included English in the manual. So let's see what else. I was a little disappointed when I got it. It was a little smaller than I expected, I guess. It was 5-inch screen. Anyway, I'm cheap, so I didn't want to spend a bunch of money. I just basically wanted the speed. I like control when I'm fishing, and I like to know the speed I'm going. It's nice to see how deep it is. Of course, they all tell you how deep it is. And some of you see fish on them. So I don't have to play with it. First I have to put it in the boat. I had moved one from one boat to the other. I have a 12-foot aluminum and a 16-foot aluminum. So I'd taken the fish finder out of the 16-foot aluminum and I put it in the 12-foot aluminum. Let me let it drop. I had to make like a little bracket, like a little shelf. Once upon a time, a long time ago, I worked at Metro Transit. And when I quit, I probably shouldn't tell this, but they gave me a little care package of some aluminum, little pieces of aluminum scraps we always had a lot of leftover aluminum scraps, and so whenever we needed some for a little project or something, we'd go into that. So anyway, I got a little care package. Well, that's been like 20 years ago. So I used the last piece, but it was like probably 16 gauge or 14 gauge aluminum, and it was a little shelf like I made, stuck out. I don't know, I never measured it, just whatever the piece of metal was, stuck out, I would say 10 inches or something. And it was a little, it flopped a little bit. It just wasn't, rigid enough. I bent it at an L shape. So anyway, so I had to put a little brace on it. So I put a little brace on it. I had another piece of aluminum flat bar. I bent up for a little brace, and so it made it fine. So now if it has some vibration, and when you plug the fish finder has a base, and you can plug the thing in and take it out. I guess so no one steals it, or when you put the cover over the boat or something, it doesn't stick up. So anyway, so I did that this week. Darn, it was so darn cold out there. I'm telling you, it was like 40 degrees here, just absolutely miserable. I got real cold and everything else. It was no fun at all. So anyway, let's go over and see what Mr. Lee has to say.
Okay. This is N7KC Lee in Port Angeles. I'm here courtesy of EchoLink. And been watching the stream. I was, in view of Jim's comments, I was particularly interested. I don't, if it's just conditions tonight, I don't know. Well, let's see. I don't have an awful lot to say, really. I did yesterday. I put that new burner in our infrared surface stove here, and that went pretty well. Of course, it fixed the problem. And I paid $23 for the burner, and just to buy the other one, and then there had been tax on it and shipping. It was $150 just for the part from Sears. So, and the part I put in didn't look like it had much use at all. Anyway, so that's taken care of. I've got a microscope incomplete taken apart here for cleaning and re-lube, and a little bit of plumbing to do. And so I've been in the morning. I've been making a list and then running that list. I seem to do best if I have a list to check things off of. And so I want to say hi to Jim, Covington Jim, and Gary, and James. And I heard Bob, but Bob's probably gone. And I've been talking to Ron. And I think that's all of the guys here. Anyway, I think I'll quit, send it back to net. This is N7KC. Lee and Port Angeles, back to net.
Okay, well, I guess we go back up to the top to James, W7N.
Well, thank you, Ron. And my goodness, it sounds like it was more work inside the fish finder than actually getting the fish finder itself. But it's just amazing to me what kind of functionality they can pack into a little box 5 inches across. It's got a GPS, tells you how deep it is, it tells you how fast you're going, and then I assume it also puts those dots on the screen if there's actually fish down there somewhere. And Lee, I'm glad to hear your stove project went well. $23, my God, you're out of control. I think you need to control the spending on that, though, before it just gets out of hand. My question to Lee, did you watch the lunar eclipse? I watched it and got halfway through and said, my gosh, I should have set up some sort of a camera and tried to do a time lapse, but it was too late by the time I got that idea. But to me, it was just fascinating to watch the dark shadow come over and then have it turn red. And then I also stayed up late enough to watch some of the shadow recede. So I found that was really interesting. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I have no pictures to show. And on that same note, I can tell you the reason, one of the contributing factors that do not have a transmitted signal tonight, something called midges, M-I-D-G-E-S. So when I turn around, I'll tell you all about the midge invasion in my neighborhood. This is WW7N, back to net control.
Okay, well now you're leaving in the suspense. Okay, Gary, K7HYB, go ahead.
KD7QKU in the group K7HYB. Well, James, sounds like you went to a lot of trouble. Boy, I tell you, if they did some work on the streaming, man, oh man, did they put the fire in that sucker. Good heavens. The Betsy, Freddie, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, okay. Oh, there I am, okay. Well, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the streaming is hot. It's really going like crazy. I can't believe it. What do we do? Get a new service or something like that? I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, James, I tried to see I got my telescope out too, tried to see this eclipse. But it was too cloudy in my neighborhood out here. And I got just a little glimpse of it about 9:15 for about 5 minutes, and then the clouds covered it over, and it went bye-bye, and I didn't see anything. About 9:30, it was cold out there. I agree with that, Lee. It was cold. Man, I'll tell you, it was in mid-40s, mid to low 40s, and very nippy. So I only stayed out there about a half an hour or something like that, and then I came in and I went back out again for a little bit, and it didn't look like the clouds were going to clear, so I broke down my stuff and came in the house. But I got a new tripod that I bought in a thrift store in Monroe, believe it or not. It's got worm gear adjustments for the azimuth and the elevation, and it worked pretty slick. I haven't tried it under any small objects yet, but it's doing a pretty fair job. And so now I've got to mount the good. Right now I've got my older one, my wimpy one, mounted on that sucker because I wanted to test it out. And now I'm going to put my other scope on there. Let me drop it here. And so we'll see how that works out. And I think I'm going to go with Wave TV, the cable system out here, rather than Direct TV. Every time I turn around, my Direct TV bill is going up, and I'm getting tired of it. And I'm not hardly getting anything. I don't have hardly any service on it at all, just the basic stuff. And I got to pay for their damn receiver and a couple of things that I don't like. So, between one thing and another, I'll get it done. So anyway, and Lee, I'm glad you got your deal fixed. I've been trapping mouses here. I got a mouse in the house, or a couple of mouses in the houses, and I've been trapping them. So I've been busy setting out traps and tracking them down. Anyway, enough for this go around. Back to you, Ron. K7QKU, K7HYB.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Gary. Let's go to Jim, N7QO.
N7QO. Thank you, Ron. Mice. Oh, goodness. Good luck with that. Gary, for the record, I would have to say that Bellevue Jim is somewhat of an expert at capturing or eradicating rodents. He gave us some advice sometime in the past, and I followed his advice, and I was quite effective at getting a couple critters to leave. So if you have questions, tonight's the night to ask Jim. He can help you out. Let's see. The eclipse. Yeah, I looked at the eclipse as well. It was pretty foggy by my place initially, and I had some clouds. But the clouds dissipated before we got the full eclipse. So I managed to take a couple of pictures. I would have done better if I had a better camera, and maybe a telescope sure would have been better. But I did zoom in a little bit with the camera that I had. So it looked interesting, but they certainly showed us better pictures on the television. But that was pretty cool. It lasted a long time. Saw the partial eclipse, saw the whole thing developing, and then looks like a full eclipse for approximately an hour at my house. And by then it was kind of high in the sky. And let me reset. And yes, it was cold, so my wife and I went back in the house rather than watch the rest of it. But that was pretty good anyway. Gary, yeah, they did some work on the streaming. I did not get the briefing on exactly what was accomplished. I still am unable to see myself on the streaming, but I saw you pretty well. Ron and Lee, I saw you just superbly on the stream. I wonder why I can't see me, because I can see me on the 1.2. Not real good, mind you, but guess I just need a little more oomph. Oh well. Let's see here. I guess I'll pass it back to you, Ron, to pass it to whoever's next. KD7QKU and 7QO.
Well, let's see. I too was able to watch the eclipse. We were lucky because our bedroom has an east-facing window, and we could stand in the bedroom and look out the window, and we could see it quite well. I did go out in the yard a few times. I didn't get out a telescope or a camera or anything. I guess I was too lazy. It didn't seem to be anything too spectacular, I guess. I guess if you had a telescope and looked at it up close, it looked a lot redder than it did seeing it here through our bedroom window. But we watched it most of the time. Watched it for quite a while, then we got tired and we'd go back and forth. So we saw almost the whole thing. We didn't see it till it completely, the eclipse was totally over, but we saw it when it was partially over. So anyway, yeah, and about catching mice. There is a mice trap. I don't know, mouse trap, I guess it is. I don't know what it's called. It's kind of like walking the plank. You take a bucket, I think, and you put water in it, and then you have something that the mouse can walk out on, like a ruler or something, and it's on a balance, and you put food out on the end. So when the mouse eats his way out to the end, guess what? He falls into the bucket. So anyway, it was kind of a clever idea, and I don't know, I think that was actually James that told us about that. And I think once I even looked it up on on the computer, and there was maybe a plan on how to make one. But yeah, you have the mouse walk the plank, kind of. So when it's James' turn, he'll probably tell us about all kind of mouse things. What else? Yeah, Gary, it might be a good idea to change. I don't know. I always try to save money. We have the dish TV, but then we use it in the motorhome, so it's pretty nice to have in the motorhome. And they do raise the price. We go round and round with it. So anyway, what else is going on? Other than fish finders and everything else, I don't know, not much, I guess. So let's go over to Lee, N7KC, and see what he has to say.
Okay, Lee here, N7KC, Los Angeles. You know what, I did see the eclipse. I didn't see very much of it. It was nice and clear here. There wasn't an issue with the seeing. The issue was the red company weren't particularly interested in the eclipse. And so ordinarily I would have had cameras out there and doing all kinds of stuff, you know, but it didn't happen. But what I did see was just like the pictures that I saw several places. It was very nice. There were several prominent stars in the area around it, so it led me to think that there was a reasonably clear night. Anyway, keepers, what else? Gary reports that, or Jim or somebody said that with Ron and I's video, the one thing up is really, really nice, but what I'm seeing in my place tonight is fuzzy video from Ron, and it seems to be either frame dropping or hanging up or something, although it's not smooth video at all over here on the internet. So, okay. But so, don't know what to say, except if some people are seeing it really well and others aren't, that's puzzling. Okay, you know, I can't think of something else to report on. I give up. Back to that. N7KC, Port Angeles. Courtesy of Ecolink.
Okay, N7KC, KD7QKU here. Well, I just got a text from Rich, and he confirms what James said, that the Aries Races net is on at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. So if we wanted to do something, we would have to do something else, I guess. So anyway, let's go over to James, W7N.
Well, I knew it wasn't the voices in my head after all. Well, anyway, first of all, I guess I will break the suspense on midges. What's a midge? It's a little fly. They're, at least in this part of the world, completely harmless, as far as anybody knows. But there's just so darn many of them. I guess they're aquatic, and they have a larva that comes out of an aquatic stage, and then after that, their sole purpose is to have sex, lay eggs, and fly off to be annoying somewhere until something eats them or they just die. There's so many around here, I think the bats have probably got to be on some kind of weight loss program because they're just all over the place. And if I crack my window slightly to put out a little waveguide for my transmit signal on video, and then an hour later, close it, my house is just filled with them. And I did come up with the idea that you could turn all the lights off in the house and put up a large computer monitor with a solid white screen. And these things love light. They love white. They're constantly trying to have sex with my white car. I hope they enjoy themselves. But they all cluster around the white monitor, and then you can suck them off with a vacuum cleaner. But I feel guilty. I'm depriving bats of something to eat. Well, anyway, the big news on the eclipse I heard was that there may have been a meteor impact during the eclipse. And I haven't read any scientifically valid reports on that, but the mainstream infotainment networks are claiming that perhaps there was an impact on the surface. All I had to look at it with was binoculars, so I would not have seen that. And mousetraps, yes, that's it's kind of a hobby of mine. It has to be when you live up next to a green belt. The say is deprive them of food and nesting materials. You can't deprive them of water in the Northwest. There's too much of it around here. But if you do that, all you're going to get is dumb juveniles looking for new territory. And that's the ones I get under my house. I have a ring of electric traps that I check regularly, and the interlopers are rapidly dispatched. The bucket trap is pretty cool. The other thing you can do is just put a rod, like a welding rod or a piece of coating wire across the top of one of those big Home Depot buckets and put on a rotating Coke can and put peanut butter on that, and then have the little plank up to the side of the bucket and a little thing that goes out there, and they try and jump on the Coke can to eat peanut butter, and the Coke can, of course, rotates. They fall into the bucket. I've not used that one myself, but it's darn entertaining to see the YouTube videos. Maybe that'll have to be a summer project. So anyway, that's it for mousetraps, midges, and meteors. I'm going to turn it back to Net Control. This is Whiskey Uniform 7 November with the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. Back to you.
Okay, Leah's saying there was an impact, and I saw the impact too on the TV or on the computer or something anyway. So anyway, let's go to Gary, K7HYB.
KD7QKU and K7HYB here. Yeah, good evening all, and yeah, it's I wouldn't say the quality was terribly good, Lee. There was a lot of halts in your signal. The thing that amazed me was the latency. That was what was surprising. It only takes a couple of seconds for my signal to come up. And let me try the mug shot here and see if that keys the transmitter. I guess Ron's probably got it keyed hard. I'll imagine. Normally, I wouldn't have a. There I am. Pretty dark and unrecognizable there. I can see. Let me try the other camera and see if that helps a little better. Now you can probably get a mug shot of me here. Yeah, there I am. Yeah. Now you can almost recognize me. That's interesting. Anyway, yeah, I'm learning a few things, Jan, about the mouse traps, and there's all kinds of products out there, and all kinds of ideas out there. I put out a few traps underneath the house. I can't get around very well underneath the skirting and stuff like that, because I'd have to crawl underneath myself and do that. So wherever I had easy access, that's where I put the traps, and that's probably not where the mice are going to be. That would be my lot. But I've already nailed 2 in the bathroom, in our bathroom, so that's progress, I guess. And they looked like they were little farts. I wouldn't say they were babies, but they were probably juveniles. Not nearly as big as some of them I've seen around here. But so that's. Speaking of mouses of another type, I'm having some problems with a couple of computer mouses I have. I wonder if anybody's got any ideas what I could try. The receivers seem to be picked up by the computers, but they don't track for some reason or other. And I thought both of them worked. In fact, one of them did work really well. Let me drop it there. One of them did work pretty well, and then it quit, and I can't make it work anyplace else. So I've had my share of problems with that sort of thing. Anyway, just some thoughts. Anybody got any feedback or anything like that that would help me? They're supposed to not know it needs drivers. They're supposed to load automatically when you plug them in, but one of them is an iHome and the other is a Logitech. That's kind of surprising. The Logitech makes a pretty good product. Anyway, back to you, Ron, for the next go-round. K7QKU, K7HYB.
Okay, K7HYB in the group, KD7QKU. Well, I have a feeling our illustrious leader will be back for next net, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be nice to hear from him. What else is going on? Well, Lee did acknowledge that there was a meteor hit, and maybe he can tell us about it. Darn. Trying to think what else I did. I worked on that bracket, switched them over, and had to mount it. Hook up the power supply cable, and then put a transducer on. I had to do kind of I either was going to buy a Garmin or whatever I bought. No, I can't say what it is. But anyway, so I had to do some research on the transducers. I bought it on Amazon, and of course I'm cheap, and I always look for a cheap one, so I suppose it's old. Probably, I checked on a couple of ages, and they were like 2015 or 14, so I suppose that's what this one is. And they had different transducers with them. Some didn't have any transducers, and so I also checked on the price of transducers. They can be kind of expensive when you buy them by themselves. If you buy one that's got like side scan in it, it's like $150. So it's better if you buy one that has a transducer with it. You don't have to buy a transducer for it. So anyway, and most of them have two, unless, like I say, on Amazon they sell some stuff that doesn't have anything. So anyway, that's what I did. For a while I researched that stuff, and I bought one for better or worse, richer or poor. And so I'll tell you, after I get it mounted on the boat and go fishing, like I say, it's really cold out there this week and whatnot. I don't think my thermometer, the days I was messing with the boat, went up above 40 all day. So it was, my feet were cold, I was cold, and then a friend called me on the cell phone, and then I sat on the tongue of the trailer, and that was cold. And then I talked to him for about 30 minutes, and I really got cold then. So anyway, let's go over to Mr. Lee and see N7KC, see what he has to say.
Okay, well, I got the timer started. It's William 7KC in Los Angeles. Well, in today's spaceweather.com, there's a great article on the impact on the moon. Now, there were some surprising things that were brought out in this article. Actually, several people actually witnessed that thing. And apparently, there are, in every 2 or 3 observing hours that the large telescopes make on the moon, they'll observe an impact, something like that. A surprisingly large number of them. But the reason it was so visible during the eclipse was that there was apparently a fireball associated with it. And I don't know why that is, unless it's just the energy of the impact makes things pretty hot, because I don't think the moon's got any atmosphere to burn up as it goes down. And that may account why you see a lot more of them on the moon. The ones that are saying impact a lot are probably pretty tiny and burn up in our atmosphere. So that may account for the difference there. But if you go over to spaceweather.com and check out that article, I think you'll find it interesting. And it was a notable astronomer. They got some nice video of it, so they know of what they're talking. I don't have anything else interesting on the rodents, that sort of thing. I have a live trap here, and as it happens, we've not, since we've been here going on now 5 years, so we're working on 5, we've not had a rodent in the house, but we have an old shed. And the floor is kaput in it and so forth, and so they just have free run of it out there. And every now and then when they get to the point where it just can't tolerate it, then I use my live trap and to be honest, I just move them. Anyway, that's it from here, I think. Very interesting net tonight. Gary, you've been You've been surprisingly good, and like you say, it does seem to be fast at your place. Oh, time's up here. I better quit. In 7 KC, Lee, Port Angeles, courtesy of Echo Link, back to run.
Okay, I guess we have to go to Jim, M7Q. I completely forgot you, Jim. I'm sorry. I had you after Gary before me, and I passed over you. So M7Q.
Yeah, break in there, Ron.
Okay, did we have someone else that wanted to break in?
Well, I didn't catch the call, but I know there was somebody jumped in there, and it might have been that guy that was here a week ago or so. Anyway, back to you, Jim. N7Q, OK7HYB.
Okay, I didn't hear anyone trying to break in just in a few seconds ago, so if anyone wanted to come in, break in after I stop flapping my gums here. Let's see. Oh, Gary, a couple things about the mouse. There's something that Jim mentioned in the past called a rat zapper, and they also have a smaller vision for mice. I've got a neighbor who has one of those, and he says it works really well. And also, insofar as the other mice go, I have in the past had some problems with an old worn-out mouse pad, and when I just used a different mouse pad, it seemed to work okay. And also, I had a mouse which didn't like to work on a particular color of surface. I think it was a white surface where I used it without a pad, and it just did not like that at all. So just the thought, you might want to try a different mouse pad before throwing in the towel on those. Let's see. One thing I noticed about that Eclipse, it didn't look exceptionally red. It was noticeably red, but I noticed on the pictures that I took, it appeared more red than when viewed with the naked eye. I just thought that was interesting. Reset. And let's see. Midges. Wow. Good luck with that. It sounds like what you need, Jim, is some kind of bug zapper. Don't know if you might be able to get one of those at a thrift store that someone just doesn't need anymore. Don't know how much they cost, but my guess is they would not be inexpensive. The white screen with a vacuum cleaner sounds pretty effective to me. Hopefully the bats would not mind too much. Sounds like there's an ample supply by your place, but I don't know, just a thought. Yeah, it's definitely probably not worth keeping the door open a bit. Let's see. I was going to make a comment about the streaming, but I guess I said everything that I could really. The latency seems to be much better than it was before, and the picture seems to be better than it was before. That's here at my end. However, I cannot see myself on the stream, so I'm sure that's not a function of the streaming. It's more a function of probably my ability to, or lack thereof, to get into the television repeater. Back to you, Ron, and 7QO.
Okay, do we have anyone else that wants to join us? I'm sorry if I didn't give a breaker after. I didn't exactly have a net going. We just sort of have a little rag shoe going here, just kind of going in a circle. So anyway, we'll, like I say, we'll have our illustrious leader back, I think, shortly, and then he can run a real net. So anyway, I guess James, W7N would be probably next.
Oh, I think we had a double there. Go ahead,
Hello, this is KI7KVR, Jim in Seattle.
Yeah, go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, this is Jim in Shoreline. My wife and I were listening to your guys' circle net going on and the conversations about mice. And the little bit that I could add is we belong to a ski lodge up in the Cascade Mountain Range where we have tons of mice. And one of our volunteers up there came up with a square tube, hollow square tube, and he found mice bait that is slightly smaller than the inside dimensions of the square tube, and he has bolted them to the walls around our lodge and drilled some holes in it so that we can see as the supply of mice bait gets consumed, and that way, when we're not at the lodge, we can still be actively dealing with our mice rodent problems that we just have since we're up in the middle of the mountains. And this is KI7KVR Jim. Over.
Okay. KI7KJR, I think it was Jim. I think I called you Ken. Well, thank you very much. So, James, W7N, do you have any comment on that?
Well, thank you for the tip. It sounds like you've got a good engineer there. I'm really cautious about bait. The only legal bait to use in Washington State is essentially a blood thinner type of bait. And it's more of a hazard, I think, with rats and mice. But my neighbor didn't believe me when I said, well, first of all, it makes them, supposedly makes them thirsty. And I've read other things probably published by the company that makes the bait, but no, that's an urban legend. That's not true at all. They sure seem to go crazy, though. I've personally witnessed this on multiple occasions with rats. And when they go insane, they run in circles, but before they get to the point where they're running in circles, they will become very, very aggressive and lose all fear of both people and pets. So, while I've never heard of an attack by the killer mice, I personally have witnessed rats. My neighbor didn't believe me. She put out some rat bait and then was calling me one day, please come on over, and I had to dispatch one with a high-powered air rifle. So they certainly have their place. It sounds like you've got an application there that works, but I remember on my street someone asking me to come down. There was a problem. I took 2 steps inside of her house, and I couldn't stand it in there. The multiple rats, I think, had eaten the bait, gone into the walls and died, and it just smelled like 1,000 elephants had farted in her house. I don't know what she ever did with it, but oh my gosh, it stunk. So I'm partial to the electric traps, but they require constant attention and maintenance, so that probably wouldn't work up in the mountains. Back to net control. This is WW7ATS.
Okay, Jim, KI7KJR, I think it was. Did you have any more comment on that?
Yes, this is KI7KVR Jim. Yeah, we're only up at our ski lodge every weekend, Friday through Sunday, so we're not there Monday through Friday. And then, of course, during the summer and spring and fall, there will be months at a time when we're not there. And we have 0 rats, so we've never had to worry about that. And all we know is before we got this tall rectangular tube where we can do the constant feeding of all the mice, we would come back to open up the lodge, and we would turn on the lights and find the mice running around over our feet and everything else. And this has brought it down to a population where we occasionally find a dead rat in somebody's slipper or a shoe. A dead mouse in someone's slipper or shoe. So it sure seems to be working for us, and I believe it's a form of warfarin rat. KI7, KVR, back to net.
Okay, KI7 KVR, yes it is. Thank you very much. My old ears on the hearing aid don't hear too well. So let's see, I guess we're up to Gary, K7HYB.
Yeah, K7QKU and the group K7HYB. Well, sounds like we're all providing all kinds of interesting information here. We're getting towards the top of the hour, so I'm going to put my 783s on it here. And thanks for the feedback for everybody. We'll look forward to having Dave back next week, next Saturday. I don't think I've got anything coming up on Saturday. Last Saturday I was tied up with more important things. Anyway, so good night all, and we'll see you all Saturday night. K7HYB.
I think Jim's up next, N7QO.
Very good. Thank you, Ron. Well, I guess that's about it from me. Thank you all for participating. Thanks for the information. And Shoreline Jim, thanks for contributing something there to our friend's mouse problem here. Hope to catch you all on Wednesday. Good night, everyone, and 7QO.
Okay, let's go to Lee and see what Lee has to say.
Okay, well, it takes a second for my phone to respond so I can hit the transmit button. So anyway, 3 and 7KC in Port Angeles. Yeah. My big problem tonight is our video recorder has been dropping some recordings, and the Australian Open is going on, and Paul is a big tennis fan. And tonight at 12:30 is a match between Tsitsipas and Nadal. It's going to be very interesting, and I want to see it, and Paula wants to see it. She's afraid she'll miss it if she records it. So we are going to try to watch it live at 12:30 tonight. And those things can go for 2-3 hours sometimes. Although this will make it a lot faster, I'm not sure. Nadal's, we just don't know how it's going to come down, but we're really curious. Okay, we're just about that 9 o'clock point. Thanks a lot, Ron, for running the net. Good to get all of you guys on. And I think, I can't see my calendar right now, but I think I'll be here Saturday night. Anyway, this is N7KC in Port Angeles. Back to you, Ron. Go ahead.
Okay, this is KD7QKU. Well, good night, everyone, and thank you to the CTAC repeater group for allowing us to use the repeater at this time. And so I guess the next time we'll be on will be at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. So this is the guys from the North Amateur Television Society. So we are off and turning the repeater back over to its normal use. Good night, all side.
WW7N clear.
WU7N disconnected.
Hey, James, Jim, are you still on? Cummings, Jim, are you still on?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to let you know that I did see some shadows on the streaming from your video signal, but that's about it. I could see there was a shape there, but it was really not very strong. I'm not sure. My picture wasn't too bad tonight. Maybe it's just conditions. I don't know.
Okay, thanks. Good night, N7QO.
N7QO, okay, submitting to YB, and I'm monitoring.
N7KC disconnected.